Now let's see how we can do aggregate functions with our relationship. So for example, let me comment this out and fetch all the brands. So item is equal to brand with products and get. So for example, in here I want to fetch all the brands with the count of its product and see how many products are inside each brand. So how many products each brands have. So for that I will type with count and pass my relationship, which is products. In here we don't need it to, if you want to display the products itself, okay. If you don't want to display the products, so no need for this one. Now let's go to the browser and refresh. Now in here it will show me the brand with the count of the product, that each brand have how many products inside it. So now we get 0. This brand have 1 product inside our database, this brand have 2 products, and this one also 2 products inside our database. If you don't want the count, you want the sum of each column. For example, if I open my database product, you want to get the sum of regular price or sale price of each brand's product, we can do that as well. So instead of withCount, or actually let's keep this, you can add multiple aggregate functions, chain them together. So to get the sum of a column of a relationship, we can do that also by typing withSum, then the relationship name and which sum of which column you want. So for example, in here I have regular price and sale price. I want to get the sum of regular price, so I will pass this column name in the second parameter. Now if I go and refresh browser, for each of the brand that have a product, now I get the sum of the regular price of that product. So here as you guys can see, this one 7,000, this one 6,000, it has 2 products, and for those that does not have any product, I get the count as 0 and the sum as null. Same with like sum, you can also get the average value of a column. So by typing withAvg, then avg like this, then the relationship name, products, and the column name regular price, this will give you the average price of the products inside that brand. So let's refresh again, scroll down here. So this one have only single product, the price is 3,561 and the average is also 3,561. But this brand that have 2 products, this is the sum and this is the average of that product. So in here, if you want, and we can also fetch the max and min of each price. So to get the maximum or the largest price, we can type with max products and pass our column name, and same with the minimum value. So we will type with min, our relation, and our column name. Now if we go and refresh our page, so let's scroll down here. So this one have 1 product, this is the max, and same, this is the minimum, and this is the average. Let's scroll down here. So this one have two products. As you guys can see, this is the maximum value of the regular price, and this is the lower or minimum value of the regular price. And if you take the average of this two, it will become this. Now in here, if you want to check that if a brand has a product or does not have, we can do that also. So in here, to check the brand have a product, we can type with exists, then pass the relationship name. That's it. This will give us true and false if it has a product. So let's go and refresh again. So as you guys can see, this brand does not have any product. In here I got false, but if I scroll down in here, that this brand have product, I got true. Similarly with all the brands, if it has a product, if it I will get true. If it does not have product, I will get false. So these are the some of aggregate functions that you can use with your relation